Good morning, everybody. Auronnj here with another Final Fantasy VII evercrisis video, and we just got some more big news dropping for evercrisis. We're getting the second part of the current Halloween farming event, and it's kind of okay. We got a little bit more information about some rewards for critical threat Sephiroth, and then most importantly, we're getting the next Summon Quest multi-event, and those are a big deal. The Ifrit version of this was really helpful to me. The Shiva version of this is going to be helpful not only to me, but to everybody else out there, especially newer players who aren't at that 200k power level point yet, or don't have a lot of min-max teams. It's a good deal. So let's start by looking at the notices, and I want to talk about the Pumpkin Fest kind of like next round. Now, I had quit farming this because I had gotten all the rewards I wanted for the first round of it, but we're getting another droppable currency and another gun for Lucia being added. This gun is not very good. Like, I'm somebody who likes to play Lucia. Here, let's full screen this thing. I'm somebody who likes to play Lucia, but if we go to the exchange here and look at these guns, I'm not excited to get and build this thing. The Mana Ward ability, you can see, is a single unit. It is 38 seconds. So 38-second buff is long. It's a high potency, or it's mid potency that is enhanced to high, and it heals a little bit, but you know, one unit getting a mana buff. I guess if you have like a magic, a defense buff, if you have a super telegraphed move from a boss, I could see this being useful in that case. But like all of these farming events, I mean, you just farm out enough copies of this thing that you can get it to this star level. This is not, however, a gun that I would suggest putting your weapon leveling materials and your weapon enhancing materials into unless you just absolutely need it. The R abilities are a little lackluster, I think. Magic defense on there, again, very situational, and then boost healing, again, very situational. This would be like, maybe you put this on a healer who in a magic fight or something like that. But overall, just like a mid-level gun, not something I would hurry up to level. I would keep it on the back burner, get your copies of it, use it if you need it. But still, come in here, farm this thing out, get your, yellow synthesis materials, get your gotcha tickets, get your memories, get the good stuff out of here, do your dailies, all of that stuff. Okay, back to the homepage here. Just a couple more things of news to talk about. One, critical threat Sephiroth was cleared by 1,000 people, or critical threat Sephiroth has exceeded 100, which means we'll get 1,000 blue crystal reward from this. So as the number of people who cleared the crash battle has exceeded 100, the clear reward for the frenzy will be blue crystal times 1,000. So if you can go clear this yourself, you will get 1,000 blue crystals. That's nice. The game continues to be pretty decently generous, I should say, at handing out blue crystals as currency. So that's good, because pulling in a gacha game is important. It is important. A lot of us who play the game, we like to pull. And so being able to pull is a good thing. So keep handing out that crystals, that's all good. But the big thing I want to talk about was the co-op Shiva battle. Now, we had co-op Ifrit, I want to say it was like a month ago, and that's when I was able to both max out my Ifrit weapons and get a lot of those Ifrit memories to really like level up his tree. And summons, as far as solo content goes in this game, well, the real end game is rolling 5-star Materia, but it's only the end game because it's insert bad word here, impossible. The Materia system's kind of oof, but the real end game, I guess, is powering up your espers, farming out their Materias, clearing their quests, and these are such a great shortcut on the road to at least like max unlocking their weapons. I want to talk about the weapons that you can get from Shiva and which ones are going to be worth leveling, in my opinion. So let's jump in here, let's look at Shiva, and then let's click on the sword. So first of all, Shiva's blade. This one, if you max it, there's your stats, right? A little better than the like farmable weapons from events, right? 480 magic attack is a nice big number, comparable to some like gacha weapons magic attack. So that part of this is really good. The Blizzara Surge, 450% single target magic damage that costs 4 ATB. Not a huge fan of that. Like, I think there's definitely better magic attacks out there in the game, but still it is there. You have fire resist, and then most importantly, boost HP on this thing. Boost HP on some weapons is a really important thing. Like when you're trying to power up your account kind of for the first time, clear some of those hard fights, you need to not be one-shottable, right? And so having some weapons with boost HP on there, having some materia with HP percentage up, that'll help you get your health bar to a point where you're not just getting blown up. So I do like the R abilities on this, specifically boost HP is kind of a defensive option. Boost fire resist, super situational, but still, that's one of the swords swords, that you'll be able to just get as many of the copies of this as you need. You'll even be able to get enough copies if you want to do like, you know, pluses up here, but copies past 10 don't really increase the power of the weapon that much. Then we also have Barrett's gun here. Now this one has boost fire resist and boost generic attack. Not as big of a fan of this one, but the stats on it are pretty good. Physical attack 410 at max, magic attack 458 at max, and then heal 208. That's pretty nice. It also has that Blizzara surge on it. So a weapon that could be worth leveling just for kind of the stats on it to use as a sub weapon. And then the fire resist, again, situationally could be very important. Boost attack, never a terrible thing to have on there. So those are your Shiva weapons. Those are things that you're going to be able to farm now for a lot easier than you could farm the solo quests. They're tough, man. Especially like I think Ramu. But let's talk for a second about this too. So if we go look in the notices right here, we are getting in 2 days. We're getting this new dungeon ranking event. When the last one of these was out, I believe we had Ifrit's farming co-op farming mission. This one's coming out. We're having Shiva's co-op farming mission. But do you know what was a very important thing to have during Ifrit's the last dungeon scoring event? Ifrit leveled up and having his second move so we could kind of like one-shot those soldiers for you. There's a good chance here that in this dungeon ranking event, having a leveled up Shiva with her second rank limit break could be very helpful if you're pushing for that like top 100, going for a title, something like that. So anticipate your farm for the next, like once this event drops, anticipate your farm, if you haven't already been maxing out your Shiva, being focused on Shiva a lot, and then that helping you once you get Shiva unlocked, kind of progress your score a little bit better through this dungeon scoring ranking event. I know Ifrit was really helpful to me in the last one. I did not end up getting top 100, but if you follow my channel, you know my life has been a busy mess right now. Still, I had a lot of fun with it and I got a decent score. Then I talked about, let's do a little materia check right here, because I've had some materia cooking. We're trying to get those arrow blows. We're looking for a 5-star, guys. We're looking for a 5-star. We got 1-3. We got 1-3. I would sure like to have a good 3-star. Let's see. You know what? That's a W. Let's go level this thing. So if you're new to the game, you just know some before, when you're getting a like physical attack materia, like one of the blows, HP percent and a physical attack percent are absolute A pluses to roll. Now, would I like to see bigger numbers? Yes. Would I like to see this be a 5-star or 4-star materia? Absolutely. But this is a keeper 3-star in my opinion. And I'm going to go level this thing. I'll come back in here and synthesize some more material here in a minute. But you guys, that's boring. Let's go level this and hope that our levels go into the appropriate substats right there. So let's optimize. Let's use our 1-stars that we have, because we do roll those occasionally. Completes our daily quest as well. Oh, we roll heal percentage. This has a chance of being a very, very decent materia. Now, let's click our greens, because I'm not saving any of the greens. This will take us to level 5. Come on, hit me with some good ones here. Oh, man. Okay, the rolls weren't great. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this one. It has a chance of upgrading to a 4-star. It did not. So, and a natural 4-star is better anyway, because you're going to get like better stats to start with. But let's go ahead. I'm going to consume any bad 3-stars I have, like that one, like that one. Physical attack, single number, is about as bad as it gets on one of these. That one's not very good. I have some arrows right here. This is kind of what you just have to do. You have to come in here and just trim this out every once in a while. I'm pretty sure all of these are bad if I haven't leveled them yet. That's probably the case. Yep. So we'll consume all those. That'll get us to level 8. So let's go ahead and eat those. Let's get some good stat ups here. Come on. Come on. Hit me good ones. HP up. I'll always take HP up, and then magic attack went up. Oh my gosh. Not exactly ideal. I'll level this thing. Come on. I have a little bit of potions left. Hey, physical attack went up to 1.6. So I do at least now have another arrow blow that's like usable if I need to sub that in. Otherwise, I could just consume it later for other things. What does this sell do? So if you sell one of these, like let's say I sold this, what do I get for selling it? I've never actually tried that. Oh, you get Gil. Well, that sucks. I don't want that. Anyway, guys, that's it for the news video today. Thank you all for watching. One thing I'll update you on here. Hey, the house is kind of coming together. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know I've been in the middle of about a month-long move. Need to get some decorations on the walls. Need to get everything kind of set up. But the air conditioning is working in here. I'm getting back into a video making routine, and I even live streamed today for a little bit, which felt really good to get back on the horse there. So I know I've just been ranting for a second now, but I appreciate all the support you guys have done. I appreciate the people hanging out with me. You know, my daily routine definitely got messed up, but we're coming back. We're coming back. We're coming back. Doesn't mean I'm going to get a top 100 in this next scoring event. I wouldn't bet on it, but I'm going to try. All right, have a good one, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Peace.